Scorpio, hi my loves, and thanks for coming through. Of course, I am Star, and this is ascendstar Tarot, and this is going to be for all of my Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, however it is that you relate to Scorpio. This is going to be the reading for you. Scorpio, as usual, like your energy is kind of stagnant right now. Like, what do you all have going on in life? So this is, if this is your first time coming to this channel, we definitely appreciate you here. You could have been anywhere listening to anyone else, but you decided to be here. Thank you for coming through. Keep in mind that this will be a general reading. For all personal readings, you will be able to reach out to me at my outlets listed below. If you are coming to watch and see what's going on with the Scorpio in your life, definitely always welcome to the actual cross watchers. We appreciate you. You guys are definitely appreciated. If you ask me, if you're a cross watcher, you're caring, you know, you're kind. You want to know what's going on with those around you, right? Now, this reading is definitely intended for Virgo season, which is August the 23rd through September the 22nd. Of course, like, we are right in the thick of the energy, like at this point, since I'm not doing these until we are in September, right? So yeah, take what resonates, leave what does not, okay? So let's see here. So as I stated, it is Virgo season. No, when it comes to Virgo season, this is definitely a season for analyzations. Virgos are Mercury signs, right? So whenever you think of Mercury going in retrograde, like, Virgos are really going through it, right? Because that is their sign. So yeah, this is the sign of communication, sign of, you know, technology, you know, things of all that nature. So this is definitely the time to be able to analyze. If you have an online business, like, this is a good time for online businesses, all of that great stuff as well. It's the time to be practical. You know, you may even be spending more time to yourself, a little bit reserved, a little bit modest, you know, to get that understanding that you're actually seeking. Now when it comes to, okay, all right. So be very mindful of stressing this month, Scorpio. Like, you may very well, so the energy that Virgo is bringing in, right? So first of all, we think in tarot, right? So it gives us that energy of, like, the hermit, right? So the hermit is coming in and he's like being like analytical, and he's like breaking everything down to see what's going on and why it's going on and why it's happening the way that it's happening. And sometimes, you know, because duality is in everything that we do, sometimes, you know, the hermit just doesn't want to speak, or the hermit just doesn't want to do anything with anybody. The hermit actually just isn't a people's person. We have those kind of hermits as well. So just be mindful of the hermit energy that you're bringing. Then we have this like whole this whole devil energy as well, and that is actually an energy that encompasses Scorpio as well, because the claws on the devil actually represent eagles, which have a lot to do with that whole Scorpio sexual energy, that whole sexual vibe. So you definitely want to make sure that you are mindful of that, and also being able to responsibly communicate, and give to others, and responsibilities, and you know, just being able to share, like, wisdom and knowledge and what it is that you are doing. You know, you want to recognize your shadow side and be able to give love to that shadow side, you know, because we all have shadow sides. We all have sides that we don't want anyone to know about. And I know you do, Scorpio, because I do, right? But then, you know, just being able to recognize those things so that you're able to nurture them, so that you can manifest greater things from them, right? And that's the whole energy that Scorpio, that's the whole energy that this Virgo season is actually bringing in for us, right? Just basically being able to recognize those things. And, you know, like, I have like this whole Christian background, right? And with me being able to, so it's like this may be a season because you are a Scorpio, right? And we're dealing with this whole Virgo energy. Like, this may very well be a time when you will have a hard time like really expressing your feelings. Like, so the thing about Scorpio and Virgos are, or this whole Virgo season thing is both of you are like kind of like secretive and like private, right? Like, so the Scorpio is secretive, but the the Virgo is actually reserved, not in a secretive type of way. You know, the Scorpio likes to be like secretive, like, I don't want anybody to know, or you don't need to know this. This is strictly on a need to know basis, you know. But then Virgo is like, okay, well, I'm not actually going to talk to anyone about this until I fully understand it myself. Sometimes Scorpio has a tendency to go off without understanding, without taking the time to actually analyze, because you are a emotional sign, you know, so it just totally makes sense, right? But when you are met with this Virgo energy, it's like, slow down, wait a minute, like don't overreact, right? Like check your feelings, check your emotions. So it's kind of like, that's what this Virgo energy is bringing to you, right, Scorpio? So let's go ahead and get into this reading. Oh no, one last thing that I like to that I do want to tell everybody, so I am trying to mention it like on all of these videos. Of course, you know, I have my Christian background. We know, if you've listened to me enough, Aquarius season, age of Aquarius, you know, it's all about that Judas energy. And I've already given you the story on Judas. I'll probably give it again later, but we know what Judas did to Jesus. But in the book of Thomas, you know, he actually had a reason for doing that. It's not just, you know, he just didn't decide one day, oh, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get this nigga Jesus up. Nah, y'all excuse me, I ain't, you know, sometimes y'all my friends, you know, not sometimes, but a lot of times y'all my friends, you know, so I like to be able to talk to y'all, and, you know, sometimes that's just how it comes out, you know, I don't mean no disrespect, Jesus know my heart, okay? And Jesus know that niggas are greatness, you know, so he don't mind being called a nigga, nah. But yeah, anyway, so, our zodiac signs, right? They are all related to the 12 disciples, right? The 12 disciples are definitely extensions and relations of the 12 zodiac signs, right? So when it comes to Virgo is actually brought to us by Philip, and I know a lot of people don't know who Philip is, probably have never heard of Philip's name, but I promise you know of the story that Philip was involved in, right? So remember when Jesus fed the 5,000 with the fish and the 5 loaves of bread? Well, they had to spend money, right? Like, how are we gonna get this fish? Like, you know, well, we may be able to, you know, fish for a few fish, but then how are we gonna get this bread? How are we gonna, you know, get the things that we need? Well, it was actually Philip who stepped in and was like, you know, broke the math down for Jesus. Like, Jesus, this is what we're gonna need, and this is how we're gonna have to break it down. You know, this is how we're gonna have to ration it so everybody can get enough. That was Philip, right? And also Philip was the person who at the Last Supper, he was like, well, show me the Father. You know, like, you saying that you're going to prepare a house for us, like, you know, with your Father, like, show me the Father. And then Jesus was like, well, if you done seen me, you done seen my daddy. You know what I'm saying? He ain't said exactly like that, but y'all remember, you know, he who has seen me has also seen my Father. Yeah, that part. So yeah, like, and then, you know, Bartholomew, like, Philip was the person that brought Bartholomew to Jesus. You know, he went and he told his friend, like, this is Jesus, yo, like, come check him out. You know what I'm saying? So that whole Virgo energy is the analyzing energy. It's the part that really, really just like wants to know, wants to be able to figure things out, wants to show and tell, right? I need to understand. I like you can't just tell it to me. I got to be able to see it, right? That is that energy, right? So sometimes when you're an emotional person and you're not able to wait and see during Virgo season, it might get a little wavy for you. Things might not quite work out like you need them to, right? All right. So let's go ahead and get into your reading because you've made it this far and you probably didn't want all that information anyway. This is the part that you came for. Keeping in mind that this is a general reading. If you need a personal one, please reach out to me at any of my outlets that are going to be listed below. But let's go ahead and get into this, right? So you guys are actually coming in as the Four of Pentacles. This is coming to me as fear. Fear of actually taking a risk. Fear of creating that foundation. Fear of investing in something or someone outside of yourself. So Scorpio, it's like you have this love offer, right? But you're like scared to jump in there. You have someone that is open, willing, passionate, happy, they're supportive, maybe very intuitive themselves. He's an emotional type of person. Very helpful, very caring. Like, you know, like everybody just loves him because, you know, like he's just there and like, you know, he's just understanding and like this loyal kind of spirit, right? And I feel like he wants to come in, Scorpio, and he wants to give you all of this love. And if you're the Scorpio man, you may be the person that's giving all of the love, right? But you want to come in, you want to give like all of this love and all of this love that you are trying to give, but you're not it's like somebody doesn't know that you're as fearful as you are. Like you are so reserved and you are so holding in, and you're just like blocking off your emotions. I almost feel like Scorpio, like when it comes to your emotions, like you're blocking them to the point where it's like home, finance, everything physical is on the forefront. Like that is what you are feeding into. Like that is what you are giving your power and your energy to. It's just like money and finance and diet and health and weight and look. What am I gonna look at? What am I looking to? Getting back to that devil energy, you know, like just being overly connected to the physical outcome of things, right? To you know, just money and like physical matters, and not really taking care of your actual heart, of your actual self, of your actual emotions. Like Scorpio, you have to understand that you operate based on your emotions, and that is just at the core of a Scorpio. You operate based on your emotions. That's why, you know, like when it comes to like sex and things of that nature, everybody just thinks like the Scorpio is the nastiest, the freakiest. Like you get you a Scorpio, you got you something great. But that's because they're passionate. That's because they feel everything. That's because you want everybody to feel what you're feeling, whether it's negative or positive, right? Like, I don't know if you watch social media, not social media. I don't know if you watch reality TV, but when Erica Mena said, nobody wants to feel the sting of a Scorpio, that is so true. That is so true. But that is also, Scorpio, your weakness. That is also your weakness, right? So it's like you are looking for love, companionship, commitment, the ability to, you know, be fruitful, go on vacation and plan lifestyles together. Like that is what you're looking for. Like that is what you want to do. That is the foundation that you are seeking. Definitely. The opportunity is there because either you are the person that has all of this love to give, which I'm sure you are, Scorpio, because you are a water sign. You are emotional. Like this could very well be a card of your own, but because you are so fearful of letting go, of showing who and what you are emotionally, and just being able to let someone in, it's like you are stopping or or delaying the actual opportunity to be able to have this investment that you're actually looking at or looking towards. It's like with this Page of Swords here, it's like you are, it's almost like you are, it's like you get stuck in a situation and then okay, maybe, okay, so it's like you get so emotional, right? Um, and your fear of being hurt, um, you lash out on and you hurt people before they actually have a chance to hurt you. And that has put you in a place of actually feeling stuck, right? Because it's like every time you come out and you try to express yourself, every time you feel like it's something that you want to say, you don't know how to say it without going to war, without actually trying to, without making other people feel like they have to go to war, just to speak to you, just to try to get you to understand what it is that they want you to be able to see. It's like you are, it's almost like you are rarely happy. It's like you try to be happy, you want to be happy, you are loving, you are giving, but overall, Scorpio, you just have this insensitive aura about yourself. And it's like now, like over this Virgo season, like Spirit is coming in and saying like, when are you gonna fix this? Like, what are you gonna do with this? You're feeling stuck, but you're not stuck. Like the way that you handle your actual emotions, the way that you emotionally try to check and handle other people, you're actually giving your own power away. Right? Like look at the Hangman. Like he is upside down. He don't know what direction he going in. Like this is I feel stuck. I don't know which way to go. But it's also because you're not able to release those feelings. It's almost like this Hangman is running from his emotions. The King of Cups, the ability to let go and release it all. You know, like if you are a Scorpio woman, you may be holding on to your masculinity, the ability to stand your ground, your strength. You may be holding on to that too much. You may be a woman that has been out here and you have created your foundation on your own. It's been hard. You've struggled. You know, like you actually had to show up as the masculine in your life because it wasn't there. But it's like now Spirit is actually giving you that. And because you are so used to being in control, having things go your way, the highway or no way, like that combative type energy, now that you are getting someone that's willing, ready, and able to pour into you, you can't accept it because you have all of these emotional things that you are actually holding on to. And although Virgo is an earth sign, or you know, it has a lot to do with the physical aspect of things, with home and money and material things of that nature. Are you too attached to material things? Attached to the point that you're not able to let your emotions flow. And you're probably getting less material things because your emotions aren't flowing. Because you hinder so many physical opportunities that you actually have. And right now you're at a place where you want this foundation, you want this love, you want this happily ever after, but your heart and your mind is in two different places. It's time for you to be able to bring that together, right? Because it's emotion all here. Like, you have to be able to let go and release those emotions. Like, you have to be able to recognize how you are not showing up in your own life. How you are not showing up in your own life. You got to be able to recognize how you are holding yourself back. because it's like you're blinded to the current situation, because you're blinded to your own emotions, or you're blinded by your own emotions. It's time to tap into this Virgo energy. It's time to analyze, but not the people outside of you, right? It's time for you to analyze yourself, Scorpio. Figure out exactly what you're doing and why you're doing it that way, right? You are giving away your power. Like I said, you are giving away your power by failing to identify the emotional needs that you have, as well as the physical needs that you have. It's a fear that you have. And you have to analyze yourself and figure out what that fear is. You are a badass. Act like it. Act like it. Not an overly emotional, not an overly emotional person that, that is out to attack others. We know you're strong, Scorpio. But now it's time to analyze that and figure out why that is. It's time to let go of those emotions, right? Don't talk to anyone. Don't look at anyone. You need some fucking time alone. And you know why. That's just what I said, right? It's time for you to look at yourself. Figure out what it is that you have going on that just flew out. You see that? You are the best thing to ever happen to you, right? Go easy on your ass. Buy your own damn drink, right? Don't look for other people to take care of you. You are talented and fucking amazing. That's your next thing. Scorpio, I guess sometimes you just don't believe in yourself. The world needs your power. Use your voice. Just don't use it for dumb shit, right? Because Scorpio, you have a tendency to tear other people down. All right? So, but it's time for you to build yourself up, right? And you can do all of that because you're Scorpio. You have the power to manifest with those feelings, with those emotions. That's who you are. It's a part of you. Embrace you. Analyze you. All right? So Scorpio, thank you so much for coming through. If you have not yet, please go ahead, subscribe, hit that bell. If this resonates, please reach out to me at any of my outlets that will be listed below. You can definitely get you a personal reading there. Thank you so much for coming through and spending your most valuable currency, which is your time. Scorpio, you are appreciated. Now go be great.